So Jerry Gant, Steve Green, Cortez Robinson, Jose Cruz. That it's insane family.
Yeah, they got the same.
They got that same. And I'm in that family. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to be part of that family.
My special guest is Suliman.
Thank you.
You can hear the hand claps in the back, right?
Yeah, I feel it.
Hey man, what's going on?
Well, I'm living art, being art, creating life, being creative, loving every second of creativity as much as possible right now.
Yeah, I tell some people I think that I definitely think that you have a clone. and with the jacket, it's so easy to have a clone because you can put on the same jacket and the bow tie, and then you could be doing one exhibit over here, and you could be elsewhere. So I've seen your art develop since 2018, and how has that journey been for you? The journey of mastering the art over and over, and also seeing all this energy here in the city of New York.
The journey from 2018, it's been a good one. Sad that I lost the OG, Jerry Gant. He was a very strong pillar and motivated me a lot. But I had progressed, had pushed. We got past COVID. Still in there, but you gotta say it, right? But I'm happy with the way things are going in the last few years, if not for the last 2020 and above, because I am now a full-time artist. That wasn't.
Hold on. That's just beautiful language. Full-time artist, yes. Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it, man. I was working on security for no public schools for over 20-something years.
Ooh.
Yeah, and always doing art. But once COVID hit, I never went back.
Love the story.
Yeah, I never went back. And opportunities started spreading open. Like, boom, okay. The time that I was spending in schools stopping fights, I'm able to go do workshops here, or do a mural here, or make important events that build on my life as an artist. So it's a breath of fresh air.
Talk about the mural battle, which that you won, and Hassan Love was in that.
Oh man, yeah, that was like a couple of years ago. I think that was 2021.
Was it right before the
COVID,
right?
It was after COVID. It was after COVID? Yeah, it was after COVID.
We didn't have masks.
But it was definitely after, because I remember it had to be a couple of years ago. It wasn't really 2000.
We'll get it right.
Yeah, we get it right. I thought it was.
Well, how long ago did you spend that money? You remember?
Well, you know what? It was $1,000 and I was happy to win it. The Barrett Foundation. How do you say her name? I apologize.
Barrett.
But she...
Barrett.
Yeah. But...
Passing of Gary.
Man. If you want to say that part, I got an award from the Hub, the Gary Barrett Award.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. And that was an honor. But to go back to that battle, I was happy to win. Only because I've been in a couple of battles and I didn't win. And I felt like I didn't push myself enough when I was in those battles.
I think you said that at the end of the contest, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I did. I basically was like, listen, I kept going until they said we didn't have any more time. I didn't go there to play around and just dance around.
Yeah. That was a hustle.
Yeah.
Going for it. Yeah.
But something that some people don't know is I advocated for every artist to get paid.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and that was important because we put our time out. I know it's a battle, right? But if somebody loses, but they get paid, and they don't feel as bad. It's like,
Don't hit you as hard.
Yes, you know, and time is precious. Your artistry you're putting out there, your energy, it should be worth something. So I was happy that they did comply with that, and happy that I did win as well. But Hassan Love was right next to me. Rest in paradise to Hassan Love, one of the smoothest, nicest, loving brothers that I know or knew. Never had any malice, and always showed love. Always showed love. And yeah, he passed away recently, and that was a shock. That was a shock. And the piece he did was dope.
Detox right in the middle of it, right?
He did Jerry Gannon. I was at his memorial service, and I looked at the painting because he had it there.
Oh yeah, that's what.
And I was able to analyze it even more than I did before. Yeah. It was Jerry with headphones on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I didn't notice that before. I just kind of thought it was like a marquee the way he had the name Detox in here, and that was dope. But then when I noticed that I was like, damn.
Anytime I would see the song, that's basically what we talk about. We talk about Jerry, and we talk about love amongst the community and how we should love better. And we talked about the art.
Yeah.
I would see him in front of Black Swan a lot.
Okay.
Right before he would go to Halsey Fabric. So in between anytime.
Yeah. I would go there a few times, and a couple of memorable times getting fabric that was used to make a couple of pieces that Marco Hall made. You know, I went to him, get the fabric, he cut it, spray it up, give it to Marco, he hooked it up, and so it's like that's that connection as well. Like I have a piece of canvas, 4 yards of canvas that Hassan cut for me, and I put something on it. I didn't finish it. It's in a little studio space I got, right? And I was like, damn, man, he cut this. You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
Well, everything becomes precious.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I don't have to think. When the artists pass, anybody pass, but especially with the artists and what they're doing, we realize how precious the work that they do is. Because now we have something in our hand that they have touched, and nobody could touch that material or their art the way they have. Yeah. And it's still in this physical realm, and it's part of us. So I have some clips of him, and I'm really happy about it. That I was able to get that footage of him and have that time with him. Yeah. So tell me about some of your other favorite artists, or some artists that you have followed just in the last 5-year period here in Newark.
Wow.
Just your top 5, so you won't get in trouble. I will
say, if you're going to talk about muralists, I definitely.
Oh, you want to go in categories? All right. However you want to go.
Well, I'm influenced. First of all, Jerry Gannon.
Okay.
Definitely, that's top influence for me, North Base, because what he did is just top notch. He was the journeyman, professional, everything. I'm talking about skill set. Metalwork, jewelry, clothes.
He was an alchemist.
Everything, yeah. Poet. Nobody's touching those levels. I aspire. So when they said the myth of just be the jack of all trades and master of none, why not be the jack of all trades? If you can do multiple things, why not?
Well, we can dive into that. We really can, because I think that's problematic, and I think that's a European concept. Although I do know it has come from the islands, but I have a problem with that because in our indigenous cultures, it wasn't just trades, it was the full cycle of nature, the religious system or the belief systems. It was our food, it was our clothing, it was our art. It's all tied together. So it's really a fallacy. Now some people can't do all the things that a Jerry Kent was or Rodney Gilbert have done in their past. But there's some people out here that are mad talented, and they need to be encouraged to explore those gifts. You notice this with kids that kids they want to do this, they want to try this, they want to try this, they want to try this. I saw a video 2 days ago of this 1-year-old. Oh, I think it's a 1-year-old. And this kid was playing triads on the piano with these big fat fingers. And the caption was, "This kid has been here before." But my point, going back to what you said, I had to pick up on that. I think you really have to explore, if you possibly can, if you can paint.
Yeah.
What is your mind? How do you handle material?
Yeah.
How do you sew? How do you see the world visually? You have to explore it, because this European methodology that we've taught, we get this education, and everything is so rote. The only thing that is going to work for our systems now, you're only valuable in these systems, because they were trying to automate everything now.
Yeah.
You're only valuable if you are able to have the creative mind, this ingenuity. And that's why artists are so hot now. I mean, because it's creativity.
Yeah.
You want the creative around you, because creative is going to give you an answer where you don't have an answer. So I kind of got off of.
Well, yeah, I kind of led that way, but
I wanted to touch on that because I think people are confused, and they're confused because, to me, it's the European systems that have weakened black civilization and where we come from. It's also our churches, because although the church has done a lot of good, the church is, to me, is also responsible, because the church don't have artists. There's no artists in the church. How can you have any system in any culture without the artist? The artist in the church, or the preacher, the pastor, and the musician. What other artists are in the church? We hire people from outside to build the church, to repair the church. Those are our artisans. So I didn't mean to go into that.
No, that's all good, man.
Because we are on a Hassan, we're like feeling Hassan.
Well, definitely. When you ask me who inspired me, I mean, I gotta say my mother. Gotta say my mother. Gotta say my brother. My family. They definitely inspired me.
Your mom's
first and foremost, and we through the art way, seeing them do what they do makes me push myself, harder, because I'm like, wow, my mother's just like intergalactic with her thinking, very spiritual with her thinking, very in tune with her thinking. So it's all that infused in her art. So I might get aspects of that at times when she tries to just gets into the marrow of it. I'm like, I'm the skin.
The marrow of the bone,
Yeah, she's digging into the skeleton, like, or the psyche, just to pass that knowledge down to everybody else at the same time and educate them. My brother is strong with what he does, and I've been looking up to him for like my whole life till now. He's looking at me at times and saying, "Yo, man, ask me a question about something." I was like, "Wow, you asking me a question about art?" Because I do more murals than he does, so he might ask me a question about that. But even doing that, it's like, this is something that I didn't see happening because I always looked up to him as an artist.
So how did you make that kind of transfer or transition from just a certain 11 by 17 painting to murals?
Well, I will say, 2 people gave me a start. I did some local murals here and there, but Keith Hamilton used to be in charge of the art.
I know
Keith Aziz, right?
Keith has so many titles, I don't know what title we're going to name him now.
Well, he's a good brother, but he can't beat me in chess. we can get some rematch for that.
Anyway, we're going to cut this out and put this up for Keith.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. Yeah, you need to play chess again. I used to play back in the day, way back in the day.
You used to whip on him?
I beat him. I did beat him. I'm trying to think if
you were sort of really.
Okay, I did beat him. This was like years ago working at the summer program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he might up this game. I can't wait till I see him on my ass.
Yeah, so I don't think he's playing that much.
Trash on the chest.
Yeah, I said,
he's gonna laugh. I know
he's gonna laugh. You might tell someone said we could play chess.
So Keith, you said gave you.
Well, he gave me the opportunity, like to do the sidewalks.
Yes.
I was the first one.
Was it the sidewalks by the
right there on Clinton Avenue Pension?
By the sewers or no?
No,
that was
actually the sidewalks.
Okay, yeah.
This was the art walk area. Then they had the stage over there on Jelly.
Oh, you talking about
right
the
down
Clifton?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the first big push, right? And
so for our artists and people who are listening, what kind of paint did you use? Because yours right on the sidewalk.
Well, that was
Queen was part of that project.
Queen. I mean, Visa Butler was even part of that.
What?
Yeah, like it was. I'm talking about Jerry Gant was part of that. Greg Banks was part of that.
Yeah, you got to.
They had a whole. I mean, my mother, my brother. It was like multiple artists doing it. It was something about like that was like a very like an art walk of fame.
Right. So. What kind of paint did you use on the sidewalk?
I think we did some house paint and some acrylic paint.
Oh, okay.
And then we sealed it. Right. We sealed
but the
it.
seal didn't stay that long, right?
No. But you know, people walk on it. So it's kind of like if it was something that was nobody's going to really put feet on, that thing would have lasted. It was a good event. I saw it when the sidewalks was not even really fully paved. They didn't even have all paved for all around. They did parts. The park wasn't even a park. It was just dirt. And then after a while, they built it up. Had the stage where me and my mother and my brother, we did the piece that was there. That was there for a while until years later, some people knocked it down.
Yeah,
but Keith was one person that gave me a shot. And he also gave me my shot for my first mural on Springfield Avenue. Mm-hmm. My first major spot, major wall, right?
How large was that?
I think it was like 70 feet wide and maybe like 20 feet high. Okay. It's still there. Right there on Springfield Avenue.
Like still there?
It's still there, right? Right across from Home Depot and the parking lot of Dollar General. Mm-hmm. So I gotta tell you this story, right? First time, half of it, I didn't really know how to do murals that big. So I'm like taking a small brush, like I don't know why I had a small brush working on this big wall. Like why? I don't know why. Nobody's gonna see those details. I didn't know this. That was 2016. I think about a year or so later, maybe a year, Rodney Gilbert gave me the chance to make it a full project, right? So the city paid me for half. And the indoor paid me for the other half.
Oh, that's cool.
Shout out to Malcolm Rowland because I know now he was the production manager behind it. But then I didn't know he was more into that role then. Which Malcolm was like, we did some projects together. We did the Black Lives Matter piece in East Orange. We did a piece on Bergen Street for Pelham Village. And that's up there on 18th Avenue and Bergen Street. I learned a lot working around him. And I developed more to where I was able to start doing stuff on my own, learning, okay, this is how you have to do this. You got to get this insurance. You need to do this paint. You need to scale this. You need to...
He helped you with those people, helped you with the techniques?
He showed me a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't know how to do spray paint like I know now. Shout out to Cent, too, Chris Reyes. He helped me with some spray paint techniques. And also, Elijah Minton, Art Alchemist. He also helped me.
I was going to bring the Art Alchemist.
He's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites too. Like that's my boy. We worked on some stuff. Like we worked on some stuff together.
He's scary.
He's next level. Other artists, Hans Lundy, dope artist. Mm-hmm. Also Lenny, you know that. He's like, all right. So muralists. Lenny to me is on the top of that. To me, from what I see.
Well, that's
not, to me, I'm just saying, like, for consistent.
Right, but that's what I asked you. Like,
you asked me, like, so if I'm going to look at artistry and consistency, because he's all over. Like I'm talking about, he's not just a vocal.
And his work is gigantic.
Yeah, so he knows what to do, how to do it,
Proportions,
everything,
colors,
skill set, the renderings before he even
also
designs.
Also his protection, his coatings on it. I'm not saying that, but whatever he's protecting these murals with, they have long life.
Yeah,
and I think that's very important especially for us to create projects that last for decades, or have the funding that we can come back and either coat them or treat them so they're not destroyed. I think that's very important. Who else, like in terms of painters?
I like Jay Golden. He's one of my good friends. I like Jay Golden. I like Martrice Roach. She does a lot of pastel, but she's getting into painting too. She's definitely. You want to go with? I go with Nettie Thomas. I go with Greg Banks as well. As stuff that I like, when I see it, because I remember seeing Greg's stuff. He did a picture of Malcolm and I think it was Malcolm X and I forgot what else it was. It didn't come to me, but he did this piece. When I saw it, I was just like, man, Steve Green, right? Cortez Robinson.
Now you're starting. Yeah,
so,
a lot of ladies in there.
Jose Manuel Cruz. So Jerry Gant, Steve Green, Cortez Robinson, Jose Cruz. It's in the same family.
Yeah, they got the same.
They got that same. And I'm in that family. Like, I'm happy to be part of that family. You might have something I see. Oh, well, it looks something like because I was influenced by it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I have a lot of artists that I love their work. But there's a lot of great artists at a younger age. A lot of people are coming out and being strong. Yeah, definitely.
Where'd you get your signature from? Your SUL? How'd you come up?
Okay. I was about to say something, but I'm about to say, this is Suliman. No, sorry. No, this is what I was going to say. I got it from Breaking News. Say that, right?
Oh, okay.
Breaking, because Arsenio Hall, his signature, the A, I saw that. I was like, wow, I like that, right? And I was like, man. And then I it doesn't look the same, but it influenced me. So now Arsenio Hall signature.
You see something from the past, and
I was like, man,
that's cool.
That was something like, nobody really asked me about that. But
I watch Arsenio because I watch people that interview for tips and see, and it was so funny because I saw Arsenio interviewing Sammy Davis Jr. And he touched his nose, did almost like one of them, like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So it's just a natural thing sometimes, because when you're in front of the cameras, you watch like what you do, your mannerisms, and you always want to get things right. But it was just cool to see Arsenio and to see, just look at his flow again. I look at Don Cornelius, another great interviewer. Those are guys that I saw when I was younger and interviewed people. Of course, the GOAT, Oprah, she was just like.
So my mother had us always watching Like It Is. I remember seeing that a lot and seeing how his skill set was when he used to interview people.
When you say Like It Is, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the show back in the day.
You're talking about Gil Noble?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
When he used to interview, he had a nice voice, get into it, And
I have Gil Noble stories.
Yeah.
He was just an awesome.
I got an embarrassing story. Not that crazy, but I met him one time. So I was like, I said, hey, how you doing? This is my car. And how are you? He said, yeah, this is my car. And how are you? In that order, huh? Right. So basically, I should have said, hey, nice to meet you. How are you? And this is my car. I did it. I was so excited to put, you know. So I was just like,
I remember I saw Al Jarreau after one of his concerts. So it had to be 20, 25 years ago. And I got backstage with the girl I was with. She's a real pretty girl. And I was like, I'm in front of him and I say stupid like, oh, I love your music, Al Jarreau. I'm like, everybody says. Yeah, you're just like kind of overwhelmed with their presence, so it happens.
That's funny though, man. Like I remember something like that happened to me too. It was even
share one thing that with the artists here in New York, here even in the nation, that you feel will help them in terms of your exposure and experience. And we'll close on that note.
Be persistent, be yourself, love what you do, continue to do what makes you feel happy. Because that's going to push you further. If you're in something that you don't like, you're not going to want to jump up and get up to do it. But if you love it, it's going to drive you. So keep the love for whatever you do and whatever that is as an artist, and it's going to push you further.
And I'm going to ask you, how do you find yourself with art?
Well, you gotta make that a little clearer to me.
Okay.
In what way?
How do you find yourself? You consider yourself an artist. You consider yourself a cartoonist. How do you make yourself? How do you know that's the place you need to be? How do you find yourself? How do you dive into that and find something? I don't want to get the answer. You got the answer.
Well, the thing is, I move with the moment. Mm-hmm. And whatever I'm feeling at the time is what I do. Whether I'm doing comic book art, if I'm in the mirror, I gotta prepare for that. There's a lot of pain, there's another mindset for that. If it's for an exhibit, it's another one for that. It's commission. So I different hats for different things, and I just tap into what's necessary for each one of those things.
But how about with those of us that don't know how to tap in yet?
Practice, research, look at others that inspire you. If it's something that you want to do, like my mother just said this to me today. She does things, she'll look on YouTube to see things.
That's not fair. You can't use your mother. No.
Yeah, but the thing is...
No, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
You got to study the masters. You got to look at the people that have done it before.
Yeah.
And then dig and meet them and then find out where you touched them.
Yeah.
And build with them.
Yeah.
My man.
Appreciate you.